Today we are going to make jalebis. Jalebi making is not only about the shape, but it is a lot about the taste and flavor you get out of it. So if you are living in a big city, it would be difficult to get this taste. It's very authentic and the real taste of jalebis. But to make these, you have to make the yeast at home, and for that you can watch the video of how to make yeast at home. तो चलिए बनाना शुरू करते हैं. I am taking half cup of maida here, all-purpose flour, and we'll add about 3 tablespoons of besan, gram flour to that. So actually if you notice, मैदे में कोई ज़्यादा टेस्ट नहीं होता. Maida is just tasteless, but besan has a lot of flavor and texture and smell into it. That will make our jalebis even better. And then we'll add about 3 teaspoons of yeast to it. Yeast looks little thick, so I'll add little water to it. If you have less fermentation time, you can increase the quantity of the yeast. Also, if your yeast is just so fresh, you can add a teaspoon more. Make sure you don't get any chana dal piece or dates piece there into your yeast when you are adding. So as it is thin now, I'll add 4 spoons of it. We'll add some warm water to it and prepare a batter. At the same time, you have to beat it in a way that you can create air into it. At this time, while beating, will not make the batter very thin, and we'll adjust the consistency of the batter while making the jalebis. As you can see, the consistency of the batter is little rough. So by beating it thoroughly, we have to make the consistency smooth. Now the batter has become very smooth and we can also see the bubbles coming up. And now we'll add some color to it. I'm using dark yellow color of Wilton. It's a gel color. You can use any color available with you. But if the color is too light, you can add a bit of orange color. Basically, we are looking for saffron color. It shouldn't be too yellow and not at all orange. Orange color looks so artificial for the jalebis. So just add little bit of color. We'll keep this batter aside for 2 to 5 hours for fermentation. So it will be ready to use after 2 hours, but it will be good if you will keep it for 4 to 5 hours. Let's prepare the sugar syrup for the jalebis. To prepare it, we are taking 2 bowls of sugar here. My bowls are slightly smaller than a cup, but not very small. And same amount of water. We'll put them in a saucepan and start the flame. Keep stirring it in between so that it gets dissolved. When the syrup starts boiling and the sugar has all dissolved, we'll add little bit of milk to it. Just about 2 spoons. By adding milk, dirt in the sugar will separate, if there is any. We have used packaged sugar here. This is not loose sugar. Let it boil again. Now start removing the dirt. You may have to do this 2 to 3 times. So keep removing it until it's clear. As we are using homemade yeast, so you have to keep on checking on the smell. After 3 to 4 hours, just check on the smell. If it feels, if it smells too sour, just keep it in the fridge. And next time you will have an idea of how much yeast you are supposed to put. Once the chashni is clear, we'll add kesar and elaichi to it, cardamom powder and saffron. Kesar will give nice color and flavor, and cardamom we all know it has very nice aroma. Never add these before clearing the chasni, otherwise you will end up discarding these also. It has been 8 to 10 minutes now that our sugar syrup is boiling. It's very close to the completion now. Now we have to keep checking this. The color of the syrup has changed. Now take a few drops in a spoon, let it cool a bit and then check with your fingers. When you rub it into your fingers, it shouldn't feel very thick, but it shouldn't feel watery at all. It should feel like oil in your fingers. We are not looking for one string consistency, that is ek tar ki chasni, because that tastes very sweet. You can also taste the chasni. If it feels right for you, you can close the flame and it will get slightly thicker once it cools down. So our chasni is ready. I'll close the flame. Let's prepare the jalebis. Let's check on the batter after 3 hours. Our batter is fermented and looks good. I am using this ketchup bottle to prepare the jalebis. If you don't have this bottle, you can use cake icing bag or a Ziploc bag. Now just observe the consistency here. We are looking for this consistency. If you feel like the consistency is little thinner, you can add a spoon of maida, or if it is thick, you can add a bit of water. I am taking a white pan here with desi ghee into it, but we don't have to put a lot of it. Just see how it becomes so light as soon as it touches the ghee and comes up. The ghee shouldn't be very hot, otherwise the jalebis will quickly get cooked and won't be crispy. Start putting the jalebis from outside in or inside out. I find outside in little more easier and better. Also, go over the end from where you started. That way you will tuck it in and your jalebi will not open up. You can keep remaining batter and sugar syrup in the fridge and make more jalebis even after 4 to 5 days. You can also use the same sugar syrup to make shahi toast, gulab jamuns, or simply halwa or shira at home. You can also use the ghee that we fried jalebis in to prepare paratha or batika dough. Fry them from both the sides, and when they get your desired color and crunchiness, transfer them into the sugar syrup. At this time, sugar syrup should be slightly hotter side. Otherwise, jalebis will taste too sweet. And take them out before you put the next batch in. That much time is just sufficient for them to absorb the syrup. Also, it depends upon your taste. तो गर्मा गर्म केसर और इलायची वाली जलेबी बनके बिल्कुल तैयार है. And try these garma garam jalebis with rabdi. Making jalebis at home sounds little tiring and overwhelming, but it is so much fun. And after eating them, the smile on everybody's face, it's worth the work done.